Turn me up just a little bit. Yeah, it's that man space vibe. Step in the zone, microphone check. Russ and Les got the real intellect. Talk smooth like jazz on a late night set. With a convo deep and the topics connect. From the struggles to the wins, they address it with grace. Drop lines so cool, you can feel the bass. Two kings of the craft, and you know the rest. Kick back, pour a drink, welcome to the space. You go chillin' with Russ and Les. You go chillin' with Russ and Les. You go chillin' with Russ and Les. Hang out, cause now you vibing with nothing but the best. Space forever.
Welcome into another edition of the Manspace Podcast and Manspace Nation. It is another edition of the Russ and Company series where I interview some amazing people all across the globe, and today is absolutely no different. My guest today is an accomplished novelist, a screenwriter whose storytelling has captivated audiences all across the world. And today he serves as the producer for upcoming indie film called Lurking. Manspace Nation, give it up for my guest, Mr. Jalen. Tell us.
Hey.
Jalen, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Fantastic. Welcome into the show. If you could, just share a little bit about yourself with the Manspace Nation, please.
Yeah, of course. My name is Jalen. I'm 22 years old, and I am a independent author. I write in multi-genre books, and as far as like horror, fantasy, crime, thriller, sci-fi, all that stuff.
Okay.
You know, I write specifically in like fiction with Black main characters, and basically it. Yeah.
So, what drew you into? I'm just going to jump right into the project, The Lurking, that you're working on right now. What drew you into this project? What about this script said, "Hey, this is the one that I want to be involved with"?
Yeah, of course. So me and the director, Ben Barlow, I've known him for a couple of years now, so we're like very close. And I remember he came to me. He pitched the idea to me. He wanted me to help him out, like help him consult the script, everything.
Right.
And when he told me, firstly like this, like the original, this began as a typical found footage film about the missing girl, Amy Knight. So like when he told me about the idea, I was very like, oh my god, this is kind of interesting, because I love found footage, I love horror, so this was definitely in my lane. So I'm like, of course, I'm ready. So like months and months into it, we discovered more ideas on it and all this stuff, and we decided to bring this project to life. And as time went on, we were both amazed on how big the magnitude this case was between the missing girl, and we feel like we needed something more in the story. So that's how the idea of Lurking came about. Basically about using the found footage idea of the missing girl, but doing it in a where like we have a other character investigating this case and diving deep into it and trying to figure out what's going on and what's happening. So that idea was intertwined with that idea. We just combined it together, and that's how the idea of Lurking came about.
So for those that are not really familiar, when they hear the term indie film, and to a lot of people who are moviegoers, a film is a film. They don't know the difference between indie film and a regular. What is it that what does the term mean? Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, of course. So it's not really, really not that, complexity, I know, because there's a lot of ways you can go about it. Indie film is mainly like, where basically a creator self invest in the film, and like, basically the
Okay,
film is
self-funding, yes.
funding. It basically like it's like low budget,
Yeah.
and all the money is like is from their own pockets. Basically, they're funding the film. Either a filmmaker can either do like a crowdfunding, like GoFundMe, or a
Yeah.
campaign where the audience can fund the film for them as well, like that. And it's now where like you have a big studio backing the film up, like that. It's basically go around. It's like they're doing it on their own.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
what kind of like an indie film is, and there's so many films out there that has a great budget behind them, and
Right.
you
Right.
see that you have these big budget, these amazing talented films made by these indie filmmakers. You think like,
Right.
wow, this film is indie. Like this looks so great. This looks so
Yeah.
good, because it's all about it. Like to me, you know, I think that it doesn't matter how much you have. It only matters what can you do with the limited
Right.
that you have. You know, and I feel like for that, it's like that's where your creativity comes in. Is where okay, let's say I have a $5,000 budget film I've got to do right with
Right.
that budget, even though it's very small, but I can still do so much with the budget I have. I can make a
Yeah.
very simple, very strategic film idea and bring that to life and make it to where the audience was like, oh, this was $5,000 budget film. Like, wow,
Right.
this film was like 10,000 or $500. So
Right.
and it's I think it's very great. It's very cool to see how like indie films nowadays is starting to not nowadays like for a while now it's like it's begin to become this norm where like people are starting to go out there and start making their films themselves and bringing it out to the world.
Hmm. I know that indie films come with a lot of unique challenges and things of that nature. What were some of the biggest hurdles that you guys faced in trying to bring The Lurking to life?
Oh yeah, definitely. Since this is a screen life thriller story, those who don't know what screen life is, basically like
Yeah.
is basically where the film is captured on like let's say on a computer, like a
Okay.
computer screen, like where that movies
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
Searching, Missing, those films,
Hmm.
those no, that's the format, and
Okay.
that was more challenging because for what the budget we had to really be um, strategic and logical on how we did it,
Mm.
and we did a lot of research on how the films like Missing and
Yeah.
Searching out how they were able to do that, and it's really it's not where like oh we press record and we screen
Right.
record thing. No, like it's beyond that. Like we had to design small details on like logos of cursors,
Hmm.
all this stuff. Like we were doing layers on editing, all the stuff like that. So that was definitely the most challenging part about this film, but we
Hmm.
put it off, and we put it off, and,
Yeah.
and we are very excited to have everyone see this film.
So you got into a little bit of the plot of this movie. What else can you share about the plot?
Yeah. So of course, not bringing, not telling everything about it, but
Okay.
basically it's about where a variety of videos of the missing girl. Her name is Amy Knight.
Hmm.
Is scatters online, surfaces online, and it's a big case. And the main character, Cassie Bancroft, she goes on this investigation, which is a childhood friend of Amy Knight. She goes on this investigation to find out what what happened to Amy and figure out
Hmm.
where she is she alive, all that. Like it basically it goes deeper than that, and like the more deeper she goes, is she gets to see shocking reveals.
Hmm. Hmm. Now, how much true to life is into this movie?
Um, I would say a lot. Actually, it's like it's a lot to life. It's
Yeah.
of course, like we're dealing with because how core like in reality, there's a lot of missing cases going on around
Yeah. Yeah.
some things. There are people go missing, and
Hmm.
like unfortunately, there are cases where the people aren't found. There are cases where like it's like
Yeah.
a unsolved mystery, right? And we delve very deep into the reality of a childhood best friend
Hmm.
trying to figure out what happened to her old best friend from as a kid, and wants to believe that she's alive, like what's
Right.
going on, right? And seeing how much of that, because we I feel like a lot of people could re- re- relate to this, as if like
Hmm.
man, like if I had the tools, if I had all the resources, I could find that person or that, right? And
Right.
so yeah, this film definitely dives deep into the true life, everything, and like how, like what would you do
Hmm.
to
Right.
find the person that you love.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that taps right into the heartstrings because a lot of people always say, you're going to go to the ends of the earth to find a person that you actually love,
Yeah, of
so,
course.
but when audiences sit down and watch this movie, what are you hoping that the audience takes away from it?
Oh man, I'm hoping the audience takes away that they they get how we what we wanted is that we want this film to be immersive. We want the audience to feel something, and to feel however we want to feel, like how to
Yeah.
perceive how they want to perceive this film at all. But for me, I want the audience to take away, never taking life for granted, never taking the people that you love for granted at all, because like you
Yeah.
never know what will happen to them, and just appreciate the small things in life as well, and just really be grateful for the people in your life, and just show gratitude basically.
Yeah.
And also, I just want the audience to just, have, of course, like a lot of people will perceive this film very differently,
Hmm.
but is where, like, of course, we planned on making this film very suspenseful, very mysterious, and
Hmm.
like just shocking, right?
Yeah.
And by the end, it's like, oh my god, I just watched, that was insane. That's what I want. Like that's what
Yeah.
we want. Like after the end credits, I want on to be like, oh my god, that
Yeah.
was something. Like just a mind blown in that sense.
Okay.
Because like there's only been around like I believe 5 or 6 movies that have this format. I
Oh,
think
okay. Okay.
I think 5, I believe, and we're the sixth
Hmm.
one. So is like we're adding something new to it,
Yeah.
and something that the audience will not expect at all. And that's the great part.
Mm.
I cannot wait to see the reactions and just the thought process they will have after the movie ends.
Yeah. So you mentioned, adding something new. When people are uh, wanting to choose a film, because right now we're in a space where people are competing for every dollar that they have right now. Um, what's going to set apart this movie from every other film that's out there in the same space?
That's a good question. I would say that the story is the story is like we took a idea that's been already been told a lot of times,
Hmm.
but we turn that into something different, something like
Yeah.
unique in a way. I believe that this film brings in something special to the horror and the genre. And of course,
Hmm.
without saying much about it, is the things that we have in the story is not only different, but it's unlike anything that a thriller screen life movie has ever done, you know.
Mm. Yeah.
And it's like, of course, like, you know, horror movies and films nowadays is such, it's so hard to have a original idea. It's so hard to bring
Yes.
a new voice into it. And I'm so happy that, you know, nowadays horror movies are starting to bring that new voice in it as well.
Hmm.
And but I say, like, you know, you can still take a original, like a overused trope of a story, but still bring something new to it.
Gotcha.
And that's what we did. We brought like this a overused trope, like, you know, oh, a
Hmm.
missing person or all that. But
Yeah.
we did it, but and that's what I love about this film. Like, we did it in a such of a magnitude approach, and all I can say is, like, yeah, I just cannot wait for everyone to, you know, watch it.
So, how hands-on were you in the creativity of the story itself, and how, in shaping how the end product came out?
Yeah, so I was very involved.
Mm.
I helped Ben Barlow, the director. I was the consultant. Means like I helped outline the story with him,
Hmm.
and as time went on, you know, I consulted with him. I read the script. I gave my feedback on things to change, things to do, add on like that, and because me as a producer,
Yeah.
um, I helped very big on the creative aspects of it, like casting or just figuring out
Yeah.
the character arcs, and just the ending, the story, and just the twists, the turns, all this like that. Yeah, I was like, since day one, I was like heavily involved in this
Yeah.
story like that. Even, you know, towards the end, like right now, it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I made sure that the story was very, you know, I think that's why, you know, what me and Ben, we work so well. It's like we both
Yeah.
know our strengths. We both know our, like, we both know each other's strengths, and like we both know each other's weaknesses, and
Hmm.
we bounce on each other a lot, you know. And is like, when I heard her and read the script, was like, yeah, this story is such, it's amazing, and
Yeah.
I wanted to bring my creative intakes and want to make sure that that this narrative is told the most in the most original way, in the most like
Hmm.
unique, authentic way, to bring something suspenseful.
Mm. So, you talked about casting. Who are some of the standout performances that the audiences should look out for in this movie?
Oh, the main actress, Isabel, Hubbard,
Hmm.
the main actress who plays Cassidy. Yeah, her
Yes.
performance is amazing.
Mm.
Like she brings such of a, like, an amazing take on this trope that we brought in. And like, at for me, like, for me as like in for a story to move gracefully, you have to have a compelling character. Like, you have to have a compelling, great main character to follow the story. Because, in my opinion, and this for books, movies, whatever, if the character or if the main character itself is not good, or it's
Hmm.
not, you know, I don't care about it, I'm not going to care about the story.
Right. Absolutely.
Because that main character is right, is carrying the story on his back, and they are moving it forward, you know. And with Isabel playing Cassidy,
Hmm.
she does that. She moves forward. She carries the story with her performance. And like, you know, other actors, other the cast as well did an amazing job too.
Hmm.
Um, like Paige, who plays the other character, um, um, Bella Jackson, who plays Emmy Knight. All of them, they've done an amazing job
Hmm.
with the characters that they played. But Isabel, the main actress, I cannot wait for everyone to see what she brings in this. And me, Ben, the other crew, we are so proud of her, and you know, and like we also can't wait to see what else she does in the
Yeah.
future.
So, uh, going back to the casting, like, what was it that you were actually looking for in a character to say, okay, this is the person for this job?
Yeah, so like when we did a casting, we were looking for a actor, or not actress, to really immerse themselves with a character, to really feel what they're feeling in story. Because it's like, yeah, it's easy to act. Like I think anyone can act, but can you be the character? If that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah,
Like I can
yes,
name like
absolutely.
so many actors. Like for instance, Denzel Washington
Hmm.
played Malcolm X. By the
Hmm.
way, my top one favorite movies all the time. Like you can name like I can name like other people who can act, who can act well to play Malcolm X.
Right,
But Denzel Washington, he became
right,
Malcolm X. He became that character.
right. The
That's what we're looking for.
believability. Yeah.
Believability, yes. We want to not see the actress or the actor. We want to see the character.
Yeah.
So we want to see the steps, the depth that that person can go to
Hmm.
bring this character to life. And that's what we're saying. Like Isabel, she not only did a amazing job at bringing that, but she became Casty. Like when we look at her, we don't see Isabel, we see Cassie, we see her, and I think that's like one of the greatest things about um performance is that
Hmm.
you making the audience believe that you're that character.
Yeah, yeah. So for you, who were some of your influences in acting and movie directing and producing? Who are some of your influences?
Oh yeah, of course. So acting, I have like a few for acting. Of course, Denzel Washington,
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith,
Mm-hmm.
um, the top two, and I feel like with them too. Oh, sorry, and Jimmy Fox as well. Those top three.
Yeah.
Like I feel like as actors, they really. It's like because I feel like when it's so hard to like portray something as good as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and when you lose yourself with that with a character, I feel like that does take a toll on a lot, and
Yeah.
it's just the magnitude that Will Smith and Denzel Washington brings to their movies and their characters is such of a inspiration. And for me as the directors, I've always admired Christopher Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
The director who made Inception,
Mm-hmm.
Tenet, the Dark Knight trilogy,
Yes.
all that stuff. I really admire him because I like how he uses time as a main factor in his movies,
Right.
and just how much that he brings so much of a realism towards his stories. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I watch almost all of his movies, and I believe that Inception is my most favorite one out of all the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I really love Inception. That movie is so good, and yeah, so like yeah, and of course like with in book form, I guess in book format in the
Mm-hmm.
book world, um,
Yeah.
Stephen King,
Yeah.
one of the greatest authors of all time, and I really admire his writing and his approach to storytelling, and of course like he has so many books, he has so much. It's like you could start from whatever you want. You like horror, he has horror. You got like thrillers. You want a sci-fi, he has sci-fi. Fantasy,
Right.
he has it all. Like he has
He
everything.
has everything.
So it's like
Yeah.
you want to start that. So yeah.
When you look at your own career, because I mean, you mentioned you're 22, you're very young into all of this. What's one of your projects? If you said somebody meeting you today and you said, all right, well, give me one of your books. What's the one book that stands out that says, all right, this is the one that you need to go get right now?
Oh yeah, okay. I would say I'm actually gonna bring them out right now, real quick, and
Okay.
so I would say, so these is like stacks I have my stories.
Okay.
I would say to really understand my work and my writing, my voice.
Yeah.
I would definitely say start with Incursion. This is the debut novel. It's a sci-fi mystery thriller. Is about kind of funny. It's about a YouTube theorist who does conspiracy theories. He goes on a quest to investigate a missing ufologist,
Oh,
and
wow.
the like that. So like in like the deeper he goes into it, he finds out that there's a upcoming alien invasion that's
Yeah.
happening in 10 days. So he has 10 days
Mm,
to warn the world before the clock ticks down, basically.
gotcha.
So I would say that, this one here, because this is what really made me find my voice in writing. And
Hmm.
this is what I would say, if you really want to start my work, start with this. Start with Incursion. Definitely, for
Okay.
sure.
Awesome. Awesome. And Jalen, so tell the Manspace Nation how they can find you, follow you, get more information about lurking and all of that. Share your social media handles as well.
Yeah, of course. My personal information on you can follow me on Instagram is at Jalen Official, and you can follow the official page of on Instagram for the movie Lurking. It is at lurking.film, and you can also go on our official website is lurkingmovie.com to get all the info, all the information you want, like the plot, all the stuff, because we have some big stuff coming up for the website. So that's really great.
Awesome.
And that's
Awesome.
it. Yeah.
And how soon should we be looking for this in theaters?
Um, soon. Yeah, very soon. Very
So,
soon. Very soon. Don't really
so
have a precise date yet,
yeah,
but be in lookout for it because it's coming very soon.
awesome. Awesome. I have one last thing for you, and it's what we call the last word.
And now, the last word.
So, you've worn a lot of hats as an author, screenwriter, producer. Which one feels most like home to you and why?
Oh, as author, of course, yeah, author for sure. Yeah, I, I've it's been a dream of mine since I was young. Want to be a writer. That's been my ultimate goal, my ultimate. Like I feel like I was put on this earth to be an author, to be a writer, and I've been writing since I was 5 years old. Like I wrote comic books, I
Wow.
wrote
Wow.
plays, I wrote scripts as well. Like growing up doing that, it was something that I knew that this was meant to be my calling.
Yeah.
And as I'm doing it now, as I'm like doing it as a professional career,
Hmm.
it's like I can already tell like I've made my kid self proud because
Yeah.
like we're I'm doing what he wanted to do for a long time, and I feel like if I can go back in time, tell myself, hey, we are author. Like it's like wait, what the heck? Crazy, right? It's like yeah. So
Yeah.
and that's what it is. That's what it's all about. It's all about making your dreams come true. And
Hmm.
my advice to anybody watching this, if you want to be a writer, director, filmmaker, actor, do it.
Yeah.
Like do it. Like because like you owe it to yourself to bring your lively passion to life. Like to bring that in reality. You know, if you want to do something in that field, whatever it is, then do it, please, because we
Mm,
need more. We need more voices. We need more creatives.
absolutely.
And if you feel
Absolutely.
like you can't, you can. Like you can. Like it's like it's a perfect time, great time to do it. If you feel like, oh, I want to be a director, you can film on your phone, iPhone. There's a lot of apps, free apps on there. You can film on your phone. You want to be a writer, you can write. You can write on notes, doc, free stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's no excuses. Bring that passion to life and make your dreams come true.
Wow, love that. And that was a fantastic way to put a bow on this episode. Jalen, thank you so much for spending time with us and sharing about lurkingmovie.com. Is coming soon. Make sure you go to the website, follow on social media, and just stay up to date so that way once it's released, you can go out and support. Much success to you and everything that you have going on.
Thanks so much.
Matter of fact, before I close with you, what else do you have coming up?
So besides lurking, besides that, my personally, I have a upcoming novel coming out in July 28th. Okay. It is a dark fantasy western horror. It's right here, actually. It's right here.
Oh, nice.
West of Damnation, the Book of Malcolm is about is set in the year 1911. Is about a outlaw. His name is Malcolm Carter. He goes on a quest to deliver a box to a cursed town called Hollow Hill, and what he realizes that the town is infested with vampires. So,
oh wow,
that is basically that.
Wow,
you know,
that sounds exciting. That sounds exciting.
Thank you so much,
man. Fantastic, man. Space Nation, go out there and support. I tell you, the way that we all can help people and get more and more creatives out there is being able to go out there and support. So
of course, yes.
Anything that we can do, and especially when you get ready to release this book out to the world, man, I'd love to have you back on so we can promote that book as well. But
thank you.
Jalen,
of course. Thank you so much.
Much success, and we're looking forward to this movie. Space Nation, until next time, we are out of here.
No gimmicks, just game that my sure in sight. They shine like the city on a Friday night. Man talk, real talk, that's the way that you bless. Giving knowledge and some laughs in the same finesse. From life goes to the jokes that hit. They the tag team champs, yeah, legit with the wit. So pull up a chair, let the stress digest. From the beat drops, you know the rest. You go chillin' with Russ and